it was like the week before we were like, for example, we were driving to school, and first this day starts off by him telling me different breeds of horses, and I'm like, why do you know this? And he's like, I don't know, bro. I grew up on a farm and I know horses, because apparently half the streets in Kelowna are named with horses.
Oh.
And then we drive by a construction site, and he's just like, yeah, that person has witching sticks. And I'm like, turn to Gunner. I'm like, what the hell are witching sticks? Why do you know this? He's like, the sticks that you can use to like find water, those are bunk. I don't believe in those, which I was surprised about, because usually Gunner believes in these things. So this is kind of the context. A bunch
Draw
of
that
like
line at witching sticks. No way.
a bunch of like just random facts that come out of Gunner's head. So this is generally my thing when I drive with him. It's like I kind of expect that I'm going to learn one thing every day. So we're coming home, and he sits there and he's like, we're walking to the car, and he's like, so, it was funny. Like, yesterday I walk up to the parking lot I normally park in. I'm trying to find my car, and I'm using my little beeper. I'm trying to find my car. And he's like, I can't find my car. Because what he realized is he parked in the wrong parking spot, or the wrong parking lot.
Oh, right.
So then he's like, I did the thing where I take my beeper for the lock thing, put it up to my chin, and then like my car unlocked 20 meters away, and I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. He's like, no, that's the thing. Like you put it up to your chin and you unlock your car, and and you hit the thing, and you get way more distance on your beeper thing to unlock your car. So like I could unlock my car all the way down in the other parking lot, and I saw it flash. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I didn't park here today. I'm like, no, there's no, it doesn't even make any sense. Like,
Yeah, I've heard of this.
Like,
How does that work?
Like I'm like, it's like what like it has to be like radio waves or something to unlock.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense if it's anything else.
Yeah.
So like some radio waves that somehow have to amplify through the density of your skull or something. Gunner's thing was maybe it's just like the curvature of your skull creates like a radar dish that allows it to shoot further. But like,
Awesome.
Well, the only places where there's like holes in that radar dish are like your eyes and your face, right? So it come out.
yeah.
At
So
your
so it's like you shoot it up, it reflects off the back of your skull, it shoots like a fine beam through your eyeball sockets. I don't know, but so
This
I'm like,
is how I imagine it's happening in my head.
so I'm like, there's no way. This is absolutely not a thing. And he's like, you know what? I say a lot of crazy stuff, and sometimes I don't even believe what I say. But this thing, he's like, 100%, this is a real thing, because like I've done it and I do it consistently, and I'm just like, no, this is not a thing. This is not a thing. So anyway, we end up he ends up dropping me off. I get in my car, and then I have to go to the grocery store, and so the thing about my car, as I was telling Gunner, was that my car with its unlock thing only lets you unlock your car from about a foot away. It is the worst. Like, it's fine because it's basically the idea. It's like kind of an anti-theft thing. So it's like you can't like do it from halfway across the parking lot, but like you have to be so close to actually do it, which is kind of annoying because usually I'm so close that by the time I can unlock my car, I'm at my door and I'm like, now I have to just pause for 5 seconds. It's really bothering me. So I'm coming back out from the parking lot, and I'm hitting the beeper button. I'm only like 20, maybe like 10 meters from my car. Like I'm not very far from my car. Thing's not working. Or sorry, I started probably up 20 meters. So things not working 20 meters, go 10 meters. Things still not working. And I'm like, I got an idea here. put the thing up to my lower of my chin, hit it, car unlocks. Nice. And I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, no, it works.
So then I walk back 20 meters. I'm like, hey, it's not working. Like, so now I'm doing an experiment.
Yeah,
like, hey, it's not working.
Totally.
Put it back to my chin. Fucking works again. I'm like,
Whoa.
My mind is freaking blown. I'm like, this is the most like thing that you would be like, there's no way this works. This is totally like a wise tale type thing where it's just some stupid thing that's propagated on the internet. And someone's like, you put your keys up to your chin and you look stupid. But holy shit, it worked. And anyway, my mind was blown because I still don't get how that works.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, so what are radio waves exactly?
It's just, it's, I'm assuming it's radio waves, and because basically all forms of light and most forms of communication are just waves with varying distances between their amplitudes.
Yeah.
So the radio wave is just like a very, very long wave. So it's like, a couple meters or a couple
Right.
of between amplitudes, and because it's so low energy, it can just travel super far. The thing about this is in my physics head, what my understanding of physics and how most things in physics work is that the longer the wave, the less likely it is to be affected by any solid object.
Right.
Because the kind of the I'm going to kind of pseudoscience this a bit, but basically think about it as that a wave can only change direction at every amplitude. It's so that every highest point in a wave. That's the easiest way to think about it. So if you take a blue light or a UV light and you shine it through glass, the glass will the glass will refract it more, so it'll bend more. So for example, if you're looking at a pool of water, blue light will actually, or blue colors and light will actually shift more underwater. So you get that thing where it's like, it looks like it's there, but it's actually 2 meters to the right. That happens more with blue color than it does with red color, because red color has a longer distance in between wavelengths. So usually it's long wavelengths can't change direction. So I'm sitting here like, how the heck does this thing just amplify it? Because it's either, if it's Gunner's like skull shotgun thing idea where it hits the back of your head and then goes out your eyeballs really, really far, that would mean that it has to bounce off your head, which doesn't make sense to me as a long wavelength, because it's very unlikely that a long wavelength would be able to do that.
Are radio waves affected by magnetic fields? Because there's
I think so.
Well, yeah,
moving charges in your brain.
To an extent, it's like the same. It's like the same idea that large gravity, like large celestial bodies like planets, or a black hole, their gravity is so strong that they can bend light, right? Which is the same kind of thing. Because remember, radio waves are just light. They're just very, very long light waves.
But okay, so if you're a different distance away from that point of emission, right, then those amplitudes are going to occur at different areas in space, right? And so probably just by chance, there's a few spots in your cranium or something that are those amplitudes away or something, and then they end up bouncing, and then maybe the trajectory that they get out is frontwards or something like that. I don't know.
It would be like, to me, that's such a weird thing, because that would mean that it shouldn't work for every human skull shape, because I can't tell with your beard, but like, I'm assuming your face is longer than mine.
I don't know.
I don't know. But like, people like stout round heads, it shouldn't work.
But because it's going into like a convex area, right? Like it should.
I don't think this is right.
It should. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't explain it. So.
I distinctly remember like 5 years ago reading some probably BuzzFeed article about this, and they were saying that you can use it with your arm.
Your arm too.
Yeah.
Like as
so it's probably just the density of your bones or something.